guys, welcome to my vlog once again, and thank you for watching, thank you for liking. And before you leave this page, just make sure you click that subscribe button at the bottom. Show your girl some love. So today I'm talking about something a little bit more personal. Yes, hopefully people can get to know me more. So today I'm talking about not fitting in, right? It's crazy. Whoa, I'm talking about my size. Like, one time I went to Ashley Stewart, not calling out anybody, but I went to Ashley Stewart, and while walking around and shopping for something, this lady, like one of the people, walked up to me and she goes, politely though, she was like, do you need any help? And I'm like, no. I was like, I was just trying to look for this thing. And she goes, why are you even here? And I was taken aback, like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, you're not plus size. And I was just kind of shocked, like, girl, how do you mean I'm not plus size? You can't tell me nothing. This is my team. This is where I'm at. And she's like, well, I don't think you're plus size. Like, I don't think you're that big to be shopping in here. You should out. But like, we joked and laughed and everything, and then I walked away. But then later I went back and I thought about it, and I was just like, I'm not a skinny girl. And that's something I've, battled with, all my life. I've never been a skinny girl. I've, always been the bigger person in my group of friends, or always been the more chubby person or whatever. From, way back, I've never really been into fashion, but I think somewhere along the line after college, I started like tapping into, my inner talent, trying to get my fashion up and all that, I started working on my self-esteem. I started working on, just looking good, feeling good, look great, that kind of stuff. So, I just want to speak on, it's not really about your size or anything like that. I feel like nowadays, all this movement, I'm not against anybody's business, I'm not against anybody's hustle, but I just feel like sometimes some people are not being real with you. This is something I've thought about. Like, sometimes I go on Instagram and I see, all these models and stuff, like plus size models. Of course, like, everybody's not going to be skinny, everybody's not going to be tall, everybody's not going to be, a certain weight. There are different variations of people, but sometimes I just feel like some people are not as realistic with you. I've seen where some people are encouraging you to be, to be plus size and be, voluptuous and whatever. Like, it's all good. But I think number one thing is your health. If you're 1,000 pounds and your heart rate is good and everything is good, go ahead, by all means, do you, sis. Your health is number one. I can't say that enough. Your health. Don't let what anybody else is telling you about, oh, you can do whatever you like, you can be whoever you want to be, you can do. Make sure your health is good. You can be team plus size, like I am. I don't care what nobody say. But your health is number one. You have to make sure your heart rate is good. You have to make sure your blood pressure is good. You have to make sure all these things are well in place for you. It's not about, trying to fit in. Like me, some people are like, oh, you're not that big. And some people are like, oh, you're big. And, and that's a daily struggle. And me trying to feel good on my own, me trying to feel good within, me trying to feel good walking up the stairs and feeling good. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, it's a daily struggle to keep fit. And, sometimes I go to the gym, but sometimes I don't enjoy going to the gym. So now what I try to do is look for something to work on, like go to a dancing class, try to go kickboxing class, just to put some type of variation. And then also some check and balances. I have some friends that will boldly like tell me, hey Sandra, I think you've added, or I think you should just watch it. And it's a sensitive topic, yes, I know, but I appreciate it when somebody tells me, hey, like, I think you're adding, mostly if it's a close friend, and I can go back and be like, okay, maybe I'm eating a lot of carbs, maybe I'm not working out enough, or maybe I'm just, being lazy, and I go back and check myself. It's always good to have those people to check. For example, remember when Monique was the big girl president? Like she was the go-to girl to talk about big and all that. And suddenly, homegirl lost like over 50 pounds. She lost a whole human being from herself. And some people were bashing her for that. But at the end of the day, if Monique is not healthy, you would forget about Monique in the span of maybe a couple of months. She had to do what she had to do for her health. It's not always about the money and not about the fame, but she had to do what she had to do for her health, for her safety. So I think that's just number one. And then number two, self-love. Like, I can't say that enough. If you don't love yourself, don't get me wrong, like I've not always been like this. There's times where I had low self-esteem. There's times where I didn't feel beautiful. There were times where I felt like the ugly friend out of a bunch. So self-love, you have to sit down, figure out what you have to do to gain your self-love. And for me, I just thank God that he was able to pull me out of that. I looked for different strategies to make myself feel beautiful and to know beautiful. You know what I mean? So I think self-love is a big deal. Number one, your health. Number two, self-love. It's not about, some people, they're so beautiful, but like they don't feel beautiful. They're beautiful based on society, but they don't feel beautiful within. So it's not about plus size, skinny, or whatever. You have to find a way to figure out your self-love. Developing what's within you, researching what it is about you and I can go to Ashley Stewart's to shop anytime I want. I can go to Lane Bryant to shop anytime I want. I can go to H&M to shop. I could go anywhere to shop. But I think it's just self-love, number one. Love yourself, and it'll be easier for everybody to see that light shine through you. Growing that love for yourself. Even the word of God said, love your neighbor as yourself. So in other words, if you don't love yourself, how can you show love to somebody else? So that's another thing. And then I just want to reach out to everybody that's, battling with this body size and all that. Just remember, not everybody's going to be a certain size. Not everybody's going to be a certain height. You're who you are. You make people love who you are through the love that shines through you. So I know I've talked about a couple of things today, but, it's just a daily struggle. So just something personal, sharing with you today. I hope you had a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you have a wonderful week. See you next week. Bye, guys.